about bluntnesses, but why has all being not gotten an opportunity?
Well, because I felt that Rocco was doing a good job. I think he helped in the way we want to play, but obviously the same is a bit the consistency that I've been talking a lot about, trying to be consistent, and many reasons. But Raul is training good, and well, we'll see what happens.
Did you feel that the team matched Philadelphia's intensity?
I felt that we played better than them in the first half. I think I have to control my emotions in this moment because I'm very upset at the guy making the calls tonight, the referee. I'm very upset at him, very. And I have to control a little bit my emotions because I felt that that had a big impact in today's game, big impact. Not by one specific play, but in general has some tendency to disrupt our play. So I have to control a little bit that because I feel like the first half was very good and a couple bad decisions led into certain things that I didn't like. So I have to control a little bit that. I have to check the film, but there were very specific plays that I felt like we were punished, and because of that we concede. The first goal comes from a clear foul on Ronaldo, very clear. He calls the other way, the goal comes from there. And a lot of different actions where he was not consistent at all. So I'm very upset at that because I felt that we did a great job in the first half, but so we didn't deserve to be losing at halftime, and after that probably the second half wasn't great. But I felt that the first half we should have been winning, and that didn't happen. And then probably the beginning of the second half wasn't as expected. We conceded a goal that was a soft goal, and then the third one the same, the fourth. So that's what happened tonight.
That's still a large gap. It's a 4-1 gap. Philadelphia, frankly, looked like a better team for much of it.
Sorry?
Philadelphia, frankly, looked like the better team for much of it. That's still a large gap to attribute. So it's referee. So what went wrong besides the referee?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand there. Yeah, that's okay.
It's still a large gap, 4-1 gap. Philadelphia looked like a better team most of the night for mine with you. What went wrong besides the referee?
Well, I think that's where I disagree a little bit, because the first half, I think we did a great job, creating chances, not allowing many opportunities besides set pieces. I think we were in total control of the game. We create more and better chances in the first half. Even them scoring 2 goals, they had a very low expected goals in the first half. We had 1 plus expected goals, and they were half of it. So we created a lot of the better chances by playing, disrupting their pressure, and I think like we were in total control of the game. The second half, probably, yes, that soft goal killed a little bit the momentum we had. The third goal killed us a little bit mentally, probably. And that's what went bad, because, again, goals change games. I felt that we couldn't be clinical after creating a lot of chances and good chances. We were not clinical enough to have some momentum, winning the game, winning the game, and then we control a bit more the tempo, and that didn't happen today. So what we should have done better is to score those goals in those chances that we created in the first half, not conceding the third goal that for me was very soft. And then I think that was the story of the game. After that, I felt that, yes, they were more in control. Probably you are remembering only the last part of the game after the third goal, but before that, for me, we were better.
This is a pretty common thing throughout the years, that don't create a lot of chances, soft goals. So it feels like we're having the same conversations over and over again. How far is there to go to fix this?
Well, it's just that's the question. I think we work very well in many things, in many areas, but probably the results are not coming, and that's the issue. but I see the progression of the team. I see that they fight, they compete, and it's just, again, I think we need to be more clinical in both boxes. That's what we need, and we haven't done that. So what we need is just probably a little bit more confidence, maybe, to really be solid defensively, and then just be clinical. I think we're missing those two very important parts.
Is that on you to inspire that confidence?
Well, yeah, maybe yes. I think that the team plays confident. Like, I don't know. I feel like we don't analyze the game in the same way. Like, I feel like today the team looked very confident on the field for the first 45 minutes and probably a little bit more before the third goal. So I didn't see any moments where we were not confident. It's more in the boxes. That's where we need to be a bit more clinical at times in both phases.
Go to Zoom. Questions for Coach on Zoom?
Yeah, Coach, it's Doug. I couldn't hear some of Sam's questions, but reading the transcripts from the Tuesday press conference, you talked about trying to find a balance to stop allowing the soft goals that the team has allowed. Would you describe each of their goals tonight as soft goals?
Yes. I feel like, I mean, the first one comes from again, I have to say it, from a clear foul on Ronaldo that, again, that happened in multiple occasions where we were punished on that side, on those goals that we were ahead, but we were not getting the fouls. There were another clear fouls. I had to rewatch the play where Luis is on top of the box and Blake literally smashes him. I have to see if that was actually a foul or not. But for me, at least, we should have got the ball, but after that, they even get the ball. So little things like that. We got a yellow for kicking the ball away, but when they did that in the first half, in the corner, they didn't get the yellow card. So little things like that, and the fouls that we don't get, but they get, with a lot of inconsistency in the way you referee. I think that when you are facing a very good opponent like them, that changes, especially in the first goal. We conceded that goal when we were dominating completely Philadelphia. And that obviously affected us. So the balance was there, the balance of the team. We didn't concede big chances in the first half, aside for the first goal that was a shot from top of the box. I felt that, obviously, yes, that I call that a soft goal. But that balance that I made reference is, it wasn't there because of that lack of, consistency in both boxes. We're conceding soft goals, and we need to fix that. But again, for me, the way we are gonna fix that is through the ball, through possession, through being better offensively and scoring more goals. And I mean, if we create a lot of chances, but we score those goals, I think we can control better the tempo of the games. And it have happened multiple times, like Columbus game, the same. We're dominating, but we are not scoring the goals that we produce. And then, suddenly we are losing the game. And the same happened in multiple games that, so we need to fix that. But through our style, which is attacking and trying to be more solid on the back.
Just a few more for Coach, please. Unless we don't have anything.
I just got one. Gonzalo, you talk about being clinical in both boxes, and I'm kind of focused on the defensive side. In the XG in the first half, you guys had basically doubled up Philadelphia, but you're losing 2-1 at halftime. How do you become more clinical in the defensive box? Like, how would you describe what the team needs to do to get better in those areas to avoid some of those goals?
Well, again, we work a lot on those details. We work in, it's sometimes the random way to concede goals. What amazes me, it's not like, okay, we need to shift over better, we need to do better in this area. It's more like from second balls, they get the ball on top of the box, they score, and we protect those areas, but it's not good enough. We have good numbers. So at times it's, yes, a little bit of total concentration and that in those critical moments, but we've been training that and we've been doing that. And I think in many moments we solve the situations that happen in the game But we are, again, conceding goals where, a little miscommunication we don't fix. And then the third goal is a good example of that. And then we allow them from nothing to score the third goal, where I agree with you, we double their chances in the first half and even before that. So again, and that changes the game. So the goals that we didn't score in the first half, has something to do with that confidence, right? And that's also mentally, we need to be stronger and a bit more solid also on the mental side.
Anything else? All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, coach.
Thank you.
I'll vote. Andrew.
Yeah.
So you don't think we should do the first half? In the first half, yeah, for sure. I think we got it right.